How's she going, boys? We're at Grampie's workshop.
Welcome to Grampie's workshop.
Right on. And what are we going to do today, fellas?
We're gonna fix this wheel.
And what's wrong with it?
It has a hole, and it's flat.
It's flat. So what are we going to do? Take the wheel off?
And
Look for the leak.
yeah.
Okay, are we ready?
Yeah.
Dandy. Here we are in the middle of the action. Garrett is trying to straighten out that cotter pin so we can pull it through the hole in the axle. Oh, now Logan's going to give it a try. Move your fingers, Garrett. There, that's the way. Alright, we're going to get that out of there and take the wheel off, and we'll come back and see what's up then. Okay, now, here's Logan hitting it with the hammer. And he got her out. Look at that. Success! And he couldn't have done it without the trusty old knee pad. Right, Garrett? Right?
Right.
Right on. Okay. So now what do? We got that out. We always put our parts down on the bench there so we'll know where they are when it comes time to put things back together. And then there's a washer that pulls off. Move, Garrett. And then you can pull that off. And let's take her over to the workbench. Alright, we got an action shot here. Logan is holding the nut and Garrett is going to turn the ratchet. And what we're doing is there's 4 bolts in there. Show them the 4 bolts, Garrett. Show them the 4 bolts, Garrett, that we have to take out. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to pull those 4 bolts out and then the wheel will come apart and we can get the tube out of the tire. So can you crank that, Garrett, or if you got enough
This way?
Wheaties in you? Yep. Can you hold it, Logan? Okay, we had to change our setup a little bit, but we got them. The boys got those 4 bolts loosened, and Logan is just taking the nut off there now, while Garrett is holding the bolt side. Keep her going, boys. Pretty soon we'll have this wheel apart and get the tube out of her, and then we can see where the leak is. So we're just taking the last nut and bolt out now. So there it is, and the rim fell apart. So there we can see inside the tire. Move all the parts away and keep them well organized, boys, so that we know how they go back together, right? That's the way. Okay, Logie, now you can pull the tube out of the tire. Grab it by the stem. Pull out. Well, actually, no, just one sec. Before we do that, let's take the valve stem out of the tube, make sure all the air gets out of the tube. So I'll get the valve stem tool, and then we'll try that. Okay, Garrett, did you get it out?
Yep.
Show it to me. Right there. Look at that's the valve stem. How does it look? Pretty good shape? Mm-hmm. Okay, put it there with the rest of the parts so we'll know where they are, and put the wrench with it. And the valve stem wrench. Right on. Now, grab that tube and haul her right out of that tire. And then once we get the tube out, we want to inspect the tire to see what kind of condition the tire is in. Because these old tires, they're cheap tires. There's not good rubber on them, and they tend to rot when the sun gets on them. So how does that tire look, Garrett?
Pretty bad. We get. I see a lot of holes.
Yeah. What do you think, Logie? Look at that part right there. Does that look good?
No, you can almost get. You can almost get into this.
Yes. And what does that mean? If you run over a little stump or a twig or something,
It's gonna burst.
you could go right through there and puncture the tube. Right on. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to blow up the tube again and see if there's a hole in the tube. Okay, so we found the hole in the tube. Show them about where the hole was, Garrett. Just right about there. So we put a circle around it. So now Logan has got the scruffing up tool and he's scruffing up the tube because we're going to put a patch on her. So we'll make all that rough. We'll put some glue on it. We'll put our patch on it and see what happens.
Hope it holds up.
Right on. And then we have to find another tire. I think I might have a spare tire somewhere. Okay boys, we got the patch on, so show us the patch, Slug. Right there, we put a little bit of a patch on it. Not sure how good it's going to hold, whether we got all the leak patched or not. But anyway, seems to be holding pretty good for now, doesn't it, Logan?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to try it in another tire. Garrett, bring that other tire that's on the table there. Bring that over. No, just the tire. We also have a spare assembly here so that if this doesn't work we can put the spare one on. So this is a little different tread pattern, but it's the same size tire, so we're going to put that tube back in there, put the hub back on her, put her back together. And how do you put it back together? The same way you took it apart, only backwards. So here we are starting the reassembly, and Garrett is putting the tube back in the tire. Although, like anybody else in the world has ever tried to put a tube in a tire, it ain't as easy as it looks, is it, Lo? Is it, Garrett? No. And you got to get the tube in, and there can't be any twists in it. That's the important part. So there he just had it half in and took it out again. Logan's going to have a try putting it in. Yeah, right there you go. You would think it would be an easy thing to put a tube back in a tire, but it's sort of like putting toothpaste back in a tube. Oh, Logie's got a good plan there going, look at that. Stuff a little turn, stuff a little turn. And then once you get it all in, you have to make sure there's no twists in the tube. Oh boy, this guy's got her cased. He's an old tube tucker from way back. Are you a tube tucker?
Nope.
Good job, Logan. Alright, we're going to get that all squared away and we'll start put the hub frames on it. The hub sides. Logan's taking good care to make sure that it's straight in there. Good for you, Logie. Does it look nice and straight? Mm-hmm. Okay, now the hub piece that goes on the inside, or on the side that the valve stem sticks out on, has a hole in it. So which hub piece has a hole to accept the valve stem? So which hub piece is going to go on that side? Pick it, Garrett. Yeah. See the hole in the rim for the valve stem?
Mm-hmm.
Right there? Okay, so stick the valve stem through that. Perfect, and then you flip her over. And you put the other hub on the other side. No, other way around. There you go. And you line up the holes, and then we take the bolts and nuts that we pulled out of there and put them back in. Are the holes lined up, Logan? Pretty well. Put that through and put a nut on the inside, on your side of it, Garrett. That's the boy. Look at that teamwork, folks. I'm telling you. Oh. Oh man, we dropped something on the floor. Like that never ever happened in a repair shop before. Where are you going?
To get
Oh, Garrett. We dropped the nut on the floor right here by the table. First thing Garrett did is he went for the knee pad. The handy dandy knee pad. Meanwhile, back in the barn, Garrett's on the floor tracking down that nut, that elusive nut that took off on him. And Logan is making some headway putting the other nuts and bolts together. Running the ratchets is sometimes a two-hand job. Yeah, that's it. You got to hold the extension part while you tighten the other side. You want me to hold the wheel while you hold that wrench there, Garrett?
Okay.
So Logie's tightening, Garrett's holding, and concentrating. Look at that, look at concentration. Oh. Okay, just a sec before you tighten that up. Whoa, Logie, Wogie. Snug up all four of them first before you tighten one, just in case that the hub moves or something. Nothing to it. And here we go, number two. So that's what we're going to do with all four of them. Snug them all up like that. Let me put the valve stem back in there, pump her up. Should be good to go. Alright, Garrett, put that valve stem in there. The two boys worked good together and got the nuts and bolts on the hub. But we had to be careful we didn't spin the hub in the tire, right? Because if we do that, then the tube will twist, and we don't want that. So we were careful to watch out for that. And here's Garrett, gets paid by the hour. Put it in the other way, you gotta turn it the other way, Garrett. There you go. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Garrett holds the record for the longest time putting a valve stem in. There! Okay, you don't have to put it real tight. Okay, get the hose behind Garrett, Logan. Look, it's over there on the hose reel. Put a blast in. We don't need a lot, but we need to have about 20 pounds, I'd say. Okay, check that. How many pounds pressure in it? Oh, only about 10, is it?
Not even.
Okay, need some more air then.
It's only 5.
There you go. Now what's it say?
About 22.
22. Okay, we'll go with that. Alright, getting ready for some reassembly. Valve stem to the outside, good work. Then the washer. Oh, the valve stem cover first. Way to go, Garrett. You the man. And then the washer, and then we put the cotter key in it, the cotter pin.
And then we bend it.
Right. Can you get it all the way through, Logie?
Might have to tap it a little bit.
Well, get your little happy tappy. That a boy. Good figuring out there. Good solution to a problem. Now if you look at that cotter pin, one of the little sides of it is longer than the other. So you grab the long one and bend it.
And the short one you just leave.
No, you can bend the short one too. That's all you need. Now bend the short one a little bit too. Jim Dandy. Well boys,
And I think it's down.
we put a new tire on it. What else did we do?
We patched the
Other tire.
Tube, right. We put it on.
and we threw the other tire out.
Yeah, exactly. So we're good to go back to work?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to, what do we want them to do, boys?
Please subscribe.
And thumbs up me.
Thumbs up.
Attaboy. Talk to you.